How y'all doing? This is your girl Nichelle from Healing Out Loud. How you guys been? I've been off the air for a little while. Just really not feeling good and traveling and everything and trying to dig back into my work schedule. But I'm still here. I'm still willing to help and everything else, how's everybody doing? Well, we've been getting some comments lately about the posts. Is all positive, of course. People are expressing different point of views, which nobody is wrong or right. And you can't tell somebody else about their abuse. What they've been through is what they've been through. Everybody has to go through something different. But it's all positive and it's all good. We just here to help. Anybody that can help somebody else respond, to them as well. You know what I mean? Maybe you got some insight that can help. Who knows? We all been through it. We know how to reach each other. We know what to feel, and it's all about helping one another, healing out loud. Also, one of the comments was about men as well. Men are abused. In fact, it's not talked about at all, but it is real. I'm telling you, it is real. And some of these women are so dominating to these men. It's not that the man is weak. Their mother could have raised them right, where they don't hit a woman back, which is respectable in my point of view. You just don't know the personality of the other person doing the bullying. I say, because that starts as a child. It starts from their own intimidation. Yes, as much as we don't want to admit it, yes, they were. Growing up, they were maybe intimidated by their mother or their father or somebody else. Whereas though they found somebody, and I don't want to use the word weak, but we have to use it in this tense. They found somebody weaker than them that they can control, or they figure they can control for a little while. It's not that a person is weak. You catch us at vulnerability, that's all. And that's a better word to use than call somebody weak. Don't do that, because you might hurt their feelings, and it's not good to say that, but it's expressing. I understand it, but somebody else might get offended. Okay, I clarified that. So I don't want comments saying, oh, you said weak. No, I didn't say weak. Listen to what I said. I did say weak, but I said vulnerability to cover it up. Anyway, in a sense, I feel sorry for most of the men that this is happening to, because a lot of times it's their kids involved. And they stand because of their kids, a lot of them. And they go through so much, it's horrible. It's just really horrible. Some men drink to escape the pain, just as well as how they don't want you to talk to your mother and father or your family. These women disconnect these men from their families. Don't want them talking to anybody that can influence them or be of an encouragement to them. Somebody that can make them understand, leave, no. Same thing we go through as a woman, they go through as a man. And it's harder because a lot of these men got to these women thinking that I love her, I respect her, she's the head of our family, or she's leading me. And it's really no difference if you look at it, because that's what the men did to us. Oh, I'm the head of the family, you know what I mean? I'm this, I'm that, I come first. The narcissism. Yeah. Well, we all are in a situation that, I feel like this. If you can't help somebody, don't talk about them. And a lot of people are opening up their mouths, and you don't know people's full stories. You get bits and pieces and assume that you were on the front end from knowing. Don't assume. Don't assume. Stop acting like you know somebody's business or you know the situation, because you really don't. And when people question you, and after they sit back and think about it, like me, I'm a thinker, I realize you really don't. that's how, when I told you guys before, um, a person that has been seriously abused can tell, by the actions, the words, the mentality, the mental connection. They can tell because it's like deja vu. Survival skills kick in. How did I get through this? Oh, I remember that. And this and that. I don't know why these old fruit flies are near my darn desk. Because I ain't had no food over here. But I was just seeing while I'm looking at the screen flying past me. But anyway, be real. That's all I'm saying here at this point. There's a lot of comments, and I just want to go over comments today. We'll be back, to go on, but I just want to go over comments today. Yeah, be real. Don't fake it. Don't get in to fit in. Don't use a woman's shelter just because you want shelter, and stuff. There are people there, women's, that really need that space. That's another comment that was in the comments. People need the space with their kids. They need to get away. They need somewhere to go. So if you don't need to be, don't play games. If you don't need to be there, I don't know anybody's story. I'm just repeating what people say. I experienced a woman being in there and she didn't need to be in there. She didn't have nowhere to go. I seen that, myself. So I can speak on it. So I seen that. I seen two women like that that went through something like that. But anyway, you live and you learn. So I just want to make sure everybody's all right. This kind of is a welfare check as well. But I really wanted to answer some of the comments. Some of you even said that I was a strong woman, and I survived. I learned what didn't kill me made me stronger. And I say that because I felt near to death experiences. I could say in my spirit, I could say period. That was a lot of trauma to pass through. And if you can make it, if you made it through there, yes, you are stronger. Yes, you are wiser. Yes, you have to encourage yourself every day. Yes, you have to speak to your inner being. If you don't go to church, don't worry about it. You still got to speak to your inner being. Telling yourself, I'm stronger. I made it today. I got through that. I'll tell you a little story. I was watching the news, and one of the soldiers on this aircraft, the Navy is the one that does naval aviations, where the planes fly on top of the ship, land, cast off, everything. The soldier jumped off of it because they were out there for 200 days. And 200 days, and I don't know if their conditions were deplorable or not. But mentally, when you're not ready for something and you had enough, I'm speaking to somebody. When you had enough and you don't see your way out of things, or you don't got a whisper of a person that knows what you're going through, that's why I told you before to tell someone you trust, and be careful. Make sure that person is not one to run a little mouth. Make sure that person is not the one that's going to run back to your abuser and tell your abuser what you're saying. Make sure they're not going to tell anybody. When you go somewhere, make sure that nobody knows where you moved at, your new phone number, or whatever it is that you need to stay safe. I'm saying that because when you have somebody that you could talk to and you can trust, it eases some of that off of you. Not that they're picking up a false burden, the person that you're talking to. They're not picking up a false person. But the inside of you telling them something they say or like clicked off in them, I'm going to help that person. Or maybe it's easier for you to talk to them. You never know. And that was really deep for him to jump off that ship. And they jumped in right after him and saved him. It's a lot to that story. if you look at it in moral sense. They're out there 200 days, haven't came back to land, not used to being in the service. You in a relationship, you ain't never been in an abusive relationship before. This man beating your brains out. He done isolated you from all your family members, all your friends, and everybody else in that house beating you. You screaming, somebody help me, help me. And ain't nobody coming. After a while, you start thinking you crazy. Or you start wishing you were dead. You better off dead. It happens mentally. You keep yourself grounded. No matter what, you always know if you ain't got nobody to talk to, you got God to talk to. Whether you got to talk to him out loud, let the man think you crazy. Then probably leave you alone. Probably going, oh shit, I done beat her till she crazy. No, seriously, like I did it. Yeah, I told you. You're smarter than what you think. I learned a lot of mental games to keep my butt from being beaten. Sit there and talk. The one time I told you on here, he beat me so bad that one day we was at a park. There was a baseball game on the other side of the thing. They couldn't see us. That boy just kept beating me and beating me and beating me like it was stupid. He had me backed up against the car. I stopped in the middle of him beating me and I looked up and I was saying, Jesus, I said, my Father, stop him from hitting me right now in the name of Jesus. I said, I plead the blood. He stopped in his tracks and looked at me. Yeah. I told you, when he's not beating you, sit there and talk to him about God. Let him know how incredible he is. Let him know that God is able to do above and exceedingly. He can do anything. He will save you. I'm telling you. And I'm not trying to preach to you, but I'm telling you something that's real. And I'm telling you that when you start doing, and I wasn't playing with God because I'm a child of God. So I wasn't playing with God. I was straight up saying, Jesus, my Father, stop him from hitting me. But see, when he wasn't beating me, I used to sit there, oh, you want to go to church? Oh, you need to hear the word a little. The word is real. It's like fire. I told, oh, it's a dark side to it, everything too. Yeah. Scare, Lord, scare the hell out of him with the fear of God. Because you are somebody's child. Not only are you earthly someone's child, but you are the Father's child. Break it down. Now, you women, and I hope you watching, that abuse men, you ain't caught up on the right man yet. Because see, men's strength is twice as much as ours. You make that man angry, that man turn around and beat you blindless. You know how a gorilla has 10 times the strength as a man? Well, a man has twice the strength of a woman. Doesn't matter what size he is. His body structure is different. His swings are different. His flexibility against yours ain't no joke. Unless if you are a trained fighter or you're a trained wrestler as a woman, you cannot beat no man. And you keep pushing that man. Don't put your hands on no man. Stay out their face. I told you in one of these podcasts, men can't take a lot. You get up in that face, either they're going to mug you or they're going to hit you. And why is you abusing a man? You know how hard it is to find good men like that? You got to beat a man up. You ain't got to beat no man up. When you find a good one, you hold on to him. You love him. Because there's not many of them. You hitting on him. And some of y'all men, and I know y'all be watching this too, because yeah, I know it. Y'all need to stop hitting women's. Stop putting your hands on women's. I understand you hit your mom, you hit your sisters, that you've been doing this all your life. But there's a thing called karma. And there's a thing called being blessed to get old. You don't know who is going to take care of you when you get a certain age. You don't know who will be the one there to help you stay afloat. And most of y'all that beat up on women like that, y'all ain't got no place to stay. You living off the woman. I've been watching the stories in the news lately. And these women's, I don't know their household situation. The kids wind up dead. The woman went to work and left her child with her boyfriend. He kicked the boy so bad that he had lacerations of the liver. The next day, she went in there to go wake the child up for school or something, the black eye. 3 of them. What is wrong with you? The first sign when you got little kids and you see that a man is abusive like that, pick up your kids and run for your life. I have said that too many times on this show. Get out of there. Leave everything you got at that point. You can get the police to come back and get it, but get out. Save your life. Now, I love you. I haven't seen you guys in a while, so give yourself a hug. Oh, God, I love you and I miss you. Remember, I'm always here for you. Straight up talk. All right, love you guys.